Welcome to Color Compare of, I don't know, bone and sand colors, something like that. So I've been looking through the speed paints and the contrast paints and trying to find some things to film for these next couple weeks that don't get immediately made irrelevant by the new releases that Games Workshop's coming out with. So I don't think we're getting a lot of new colors that are quite on this end of brown. Maybe a little bit, but not quite. So we're looking at kind of the maybe bones or sand or things like that. So what we have here starting off with is just our classic bone showdown. So here we have Skeleton Horde from Citadel. So there we go. And we have Pallid Bone from the Army Painter. And if we look at our skulls, very, very fitting. I've been using these for a lot of other colors too, but they're extra fitting for this color. You can't go wrong with either of these. They're very, very similar. I think they behave slightly differently. The pooling's maybe a little different on them, but otherwise, I think you can't go wrong with either one of these. They're both very nice colors and very similar. On the other side of things, we've got maybe the dunes and the sand, and these colors are very different. So we do have the Citadel Aggaros Dunes, and we do have the Army Painter Sand Golem. And here we have two very different colors. So the Aggaros Dunes, more of a lighter, sandier color. The Sand Golem, almost more of like an orange sandstone kind of color. So I think you could leverage these two colors to kind of get the terrain that you want. You know, if you want this more orangey or browny-ish tone, a little bit darker, go with the Sand Golem. If you want a little lighter, go with Aggaros. But of course, now the question is, we've got all four of these, is Aggaros Dunes too close to some of our other things? And so we kind of look at it here, and we say, well, it is definitely in this color family. You can see, I mean, that's why I always put these up on the camera. You see for yourself. You tell me. It's definitely a different shade. Like, these two are very, very similar shade. This is, to me, maybe a little more yellow, or maybe almost a tinge of tiniest bit of like a malignant kind of greenish color to it. Not quite a true green, but like a icky, sickly green almost. So, but I don't know. It doesn't have that green vibe to it unless it's next to these. So I don't know. Could you get by with just one of these three? Maybe. But I could see people saying, "Oh, I really want that Aggaros Dunes because it adds just a little something different to their models." And then certainly the Sand Golem, adding that in. I want to get this up against some Gorgrunta fur, and maybe I made a mistake not including this in the brown compare. So look for that one in another coming up video. Well, there you go. There's the compare of the colors. I think if I had none, I would definitely want these two Army Painter colors. They're very different and have some good effects. In fact, this is a previous video. You can go look up how we used Sand Golem over silver for this Space Marine Chest Eagle, which is the part that I think turned out well on the Space Marine. The contrast paint otherwise on the Space Marine is only okay, but on that Eagle over the silver, it does make a nice shaded gold, so maybe you want to do something like that. That's totally fine. I will make one more comment and note that the Skeleton Horde, I have shaken this up recently because I painted these just yesterday from when I'm recording this, but you might notice kind of at the bottom it looks like it already has some sediment in it, and that is something to definitely keep in mind when you are painting with these contrast and speed paints, is some of them have more sediment than others, and you just kind of see it. You definitely want to shake it until the whole thing is a uniform color, and for some of these colors that can be quite a while. I think this one didn't take too long, but some of the other colors have certainly taken me several minutes to fully shake up. On the Citadel side, especially with their contrast, I find the Army Painter speed paints don't settle out nearly as much. I don't know, they don't have that component that's in here, but maybe that's the key to some kind of success with the way this pools. I don't know. Anyways, you tell me what you think. Always curious to hear about that, but I hope if you're looking for some sandy, bony colors, that this has helped you find the right colors with your miniatures so you can spend less time on your painting and more time on your gaming. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Take care. Let's get gaming.